The ocean roars, a beast of fury unleashed from the depths. Its power is raw, untamed, a primal force of nature, its waves crashing over your ship, each one a mountain of water threatening to swallow you whole. The deck pitches violently. The storm intensifies as rain lashes sideways, blinding and relentless, and wind howls like a banshee, a mournful cry echoing across the water. It tears at the sails, threatening to rip them to shreds. The ship groans beneath you, every timber straining, protesting against the immense pressure. You can feel the wood shuddering, a living thing in agony, as lightning splits the sky, revealing chaos all around. The brief flash illuminates the churning sea, the frantic movements of the crew, and the sheer, terrifying scale of the storm. You grip the slick railing, heart pounding, knuckles white, fighting to maintain your balance against the relentless assault, peering into the storm's heart, trying to discern some order in the madness, some sign of hope in the overwhelming darkness. Amid the tempest, a haunting melody weaves through the gale, a sound so unexpected, so out of place, it cuts through the roar of the storm. An eerie, sorrowful tune that chills you deeper than the cold, a spectral lament carried on the wind. It speaks of loss, of despair, of eternal wandering. Your fellow sailors hear it too, their faces etched with fear and superstition, faces pale, making signs to ward off evil, whispering ancient prayers to appease the spirits of the sea. Suddenly, a lookout's terrified cry pierces the storm, a sound of pure, unadulterated dread. He points into the swirling mist, his arm trembling. You squint, searching, straining your eyes against the driving rain and the impenetrable fog. At first, only violent sea, a churning mass of black water and white foam, a chaotic dance of destruction. Then a sickly greenish-white glow pulses through the darkness, an unnatural luminescence that seems to emanate from the very depths of the ocean. The light grows, intensifying with each passing moment, casting an eerie pall over the storm-tossed waves, revealing the silhouette of an ancient galleon, a ghostly outline emerging from the fog like a phantom from the past. Its tattered sails full despite the wind's fury, billowing as if propelled by some unseen force. It glides impossibly against the storm, defying the laws of nature, a spectral vessel sailing through the heart of the tempest. Ghostly luminescence casting shadows on the waves, painting the scene with an otherworldly beauty and a chilling sense of dread. This is no mortal ship. A vessel of flesh and blood could never withstand such a storm, nor sail with such unnatural grace. It is the Flying Dutchman, the most feared legend of the high seas, a cursed ship doomed to sail the oceans for eternity. The phantom vessel draws closer, its presence a violation of the natural order, a chilling reminder of the power of the supernatural. You realize you're in the presence of a curse, a dark and ancient power that permeates the very air around you, that has haunted sailors for centuries, a legend whispered in hushed tones in every port from Tortuga to Singapore. For generations, sailors have whispered of the Dutchman, a ghost ship glowing with eerie light crewed by the dead. The spectral sailors, faces frozen in agony, try to pass letters to the living messages for loved ones long gone. To accept these letters is to invite doom. Any ship that sights the Dutchman is marked for disaster. The legend is more than a ghost story, it's a warning of the ocean's unforgiving power. Sightings span the globe from the Cape of Good Hope to the Pacific, even recorded by royalty. The Dutchman is a symbol stray too far into the unknown, and you risk an eternity of wandering. Its legend endures because it speaks to every sailor's deepest fear. At the heart of the curse, the chilling legend that echoes through the ages, is the tale of Captain Hendrik van der Decken, a name whispered with dread in maritime circles. He was a man of unyielding pride, fierce determination, and ultimately, tragic defiance against the forces of nature and fate itself. The story unfolds in the 17th century, a time of exploration and peril, as his ship, laden with cargo and ambition, battled a deadly storm off the treacherous Cape of Good Hope. As the waves crashed and the wind howled, his crew, gripped by fear, desperately begged him to turn back, to seek shelter from the tempest's fury. But Van der Decken, fueled by an indomitable will, stubbornly refused, his eyes fixed on the horizon. He responded with a furious oath, swearing he'd round the Cape, no matter the cost, even if it took until Judgment Day itself. In his rage, he cursed God and fate, daring the heavens to strike him down, sealing his doom with each defiant word. And then, a spectral voice, resonating with otherworldly power, condemned him to sail the seas for eternity. forever denied the solace of reaching port. His loyal crew, bound by a mixture of loyalty and paralyzing fear, were forever ensnared, sharing his agonizing fate. They became prisoners of the sea, doomed to an eternal wandering on a ghostly ship, forever searching for a harbor they could never reach. The tormented captain forever remains at the helm, a spectral figure. He is tormented endlessly by the crushing weight of his own hubris, a constant reminder of the price of unchecked pride. His haunting story serves as a chilling warning. Defy the natural order, challenge the immense power of the sea, and the unforgiving depths will inevitably claim you. The Dutchman's eternal curse stands as a stark testament to the devastating price of unchecked pride and the sea's unforgiving nature. 17th century sailors faced a world of unknowns, maps marked with "Here be dragons" and "Oceans full of mystery." Fog at sea was terrifying, erasing the horizon and blurring reality. In this disorienting mist, the Dutchman often appeared silent, gliding, impossible. Sometimes it was just a derelict ship, abandoned and adrift, mistaken for a ghost. But the sight of a decaying vessel emerging from the fog was enough to freeze any sailor's blood. The legend thrived because the sea was unpredictable, and danger could appear from nowhere. Every ghost ship was a reminder the ocean claims what it wants. The Dutchman became the ultimate symbol of the sea's mysteries. In the fog, myth and reality blurred, and fear took the helm. Skeptics point to the Fata Morgana, a mirage that makes ships appear to float, glow, or sail through the sky. Atmospheric tricks and exhausted minds could explain many sightings. Months at sea, poor nutrition, and constant fear made hallucinations common. A distant ship, distorted by light, could easily become a ghostly omen. Yet, the legend persists, because it taps into primal fears of the unknown. Not every sighting can be dismissed. Some stories, like that of a future king, defy easy explanation. The Dutchman endures as a warning. Some forces, natural or supernatural, are not to be challenged. The line between illusion and curse is thin on the open sea. Back on your storm-tossed deck, the tempest rages. The wind howls like a banshee, and the waves crash against the hull with relentless fury. You grip the railing, struggling to maintain your balance as the ship groans under the strain. But amidst the chaos, a chilling sight pierces the veil of the storm. The Dutchman draws near, an ethereal silhouette emerging from the swirling fog. Its crew of shadows staring with empty eyes, their spectral forms barely visible in the gloom. They are the lost souls, forever bound to sail the seas, a haunting reminder of the price of hubris and despair. The air grows cold, biting at your skin, and the haunted melody swells, a mournful dirge carried on the wind. It speaks of forgotten sins and eternal regret, and the captain's gaze fixes on you, piercing through the storm, a chilling invitation to join his spectral crew. His eyes hold the weight of centuries, a silent plea for release. In this moment, logic fails. The rational world fades away, replaced by the primal fear that lurks in the depths of the human soul. The legend is real, and it has found you, testing your courage, your sanity, and the very essence of your being. Survival isn't just about weathering the storm, about battling the elements and keeping your ship afloat. It's about resisting the curse, about shielding your mind from the seductive whispers of the damned. To acknowledge the Dutchman is to risk your soul, to open yourself to the darkness that consumes all who succumb to its allure. To survive, you must turn away, deny what you see, and sail on, clinging to the hope that you can escape the clutches of the spectral vessel. Even if you escape, the memory will haunt you forever, a chilling reminder of the night you faced the impossible and lived to tell the tale. Every fog, every distant sail, will remind you of the Dutchman, a phantom presence lurking just beyond the horizon. The sea becomes a place of ghosts and warnings, a constant reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. The legend endures because it asks, tapping into our deepest fears and our fascination with the unknown. Could you survive the encounter? Or would a part of you be lost forever, claimed by the Dutchman, and destined to sail the seas for eternity? Share this tale and keep the watch alive, for the sea never forgets, and the Dutchman may be waiting just beyond the next fog bank.